USA won by 4.
What up, y'all? USA is kicking ass in that FIBA World Cup, or FIFA is it Olympics?
It's the Olympic qualifier.
Let's put a spanking on the women's up next. Come on. Oh, tomorrow. What up, what up, what up? Trying to see who's hopping in. We got something special. A little special. What's up, y'all? I know we've been MIA. The dynamic trio. It's been a while. Just trying to show some love today, tomorrow, day after that.
You want to rinse out?
Yeah. I'm feeling froggy today, but I don't know.
Like opening that Parker's?
I feel like opening that Frank August. It's a fresh crack.
Open it up.
Well, we can do that another day.
What do you think, Chris? You think we should hop on an opportunity to try something new?
I thought we already opened up the Frank August.
I thought we did too.
No, you did. You've just said several times you wanted to. You want that one rinsed too?
Yeah. Here, let me do the, so we don't get a neck pour on it. We're gonna wait a few minutes, see if we can get a couple people to hop in.
Yeah,
Hop in and check us out.
ain't nobody jumped in yet.
Let me see the cellular device next to you. Make sure shit ain't on fire. Incident report. So what y'all think about this Olympic that's coming up?
It starts Friday.
I know it's a hot topic about Jamaica and the USA in track and field. Mr. Lyles, he got a Jamaican girlfriend, so he went down and ate some of that good food that Usain Bolt used to eat. So the yaman, banana, and dumpling, and some of them good Jamaican grown provisions to make him extra fast. But I don't think that's gonna help him. We got a young sensation down there in Jamaica that's been beating up and burning up the track.
Welcome to the stream, guys.
Yep.
Gals. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Absolutely.
Just giving a couple minutes as time passed by in order to get a couple more viewers in here before we get in anything. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We're gonna do a fresh crack. Oh, I just got shanked. I don't know, I've heard mixed reviews on this. So we're fresh cracking the Frank August. We fresh cracked a couple of the Elijah Craig.
I'll do that link up there when you get a chance.
We did a little tasting, so stay tuned. We're probably gonna drop that video later on in the week, probably Wednesday. I'm curious to see which one you all tried, had, which one's your favorite. We got a short out now, so drop something in either one of these comments, either in the live or in the short. But I don't know much about this Frank August. You know anything about Frank August? No. Somebody want to pull it up, see what Frank August is all about. Small batch.
What does it say? Does it say distilled?
Bardstown.
Distilled and aged in Kentucky, bottled by Frank August, so it's sourced.
Spirit. It's not bad. It's coming in bottle and bond 100 proof. Small batch. It's almost like a nice little. This will be a pretty nice decanter once
The CEO and the co-founder of Frank August was a denim and fashion executive for AG Jeans and Baldwin.
Oh, I used to rock Baldwin back in the day, boy.
Frank August's concept isn't an elaborate backstory, but for the bourbon and the bottle to speak for itself.
Yeah, like I said, it's a cool looking decanter. I think once it's all gone, it'll be a nice little conversation piece.
Modern.
Yeah. You know what I came across the other day? It was a Pappy 25, I think, or 23, but it
23.
came in a wooden box with like the Pappy engraved on there, but it's a decanter when it's done. It's like one of the rarest ones.
Oh, it's probably 25.
Yeah, and out there it was pretty cool, but it
How much
was
was that? 100 grand?
probably, it was beyond my reach. I didn't even ask the price, but somebody had it, and they got it like back in the day.
Says that the Frank Augustine is at least 4 years old.
So we're fresh cracking just to see what it's like. Can you let me get a half, please? Just a half. Not too heavy on the pours. Or let me
It's
get one.
blended between about 10 to 15 barrels.
Let me get 0.75.
3/4.
Yeah. Let's see what it's about. I've seen a couple of videos on it. Oh, this is it has like a very strong tobacco smell.
How much you want, Chris?
Just a little pour.
It's got great legs on it. Coats the glass well.
Stopper on this thing's a couple pounds.
Saying Frank August is a knockoff of the Four Roses Private Select, some would say.
So it's on the sweeter side. Anything Four Roses is pretty good, so it might be a good little lineup. Brady doesn't seem enthused. Brady did like a half ounce.
I did a 1/2 ounce. I gotta drive.
Safety first.
We do not endorse drinking and driving, folks. Just
No.
for the YouTube people out there.
We do not endorse it.
We just have to do it sometimes.
I get the tobacco and I get like it's like a pear.
I can see the pear.
Maybe an apple.
And
What's
grape.
up, researcher? How you doing?
What's going on? Welcome. Drop
What'd they
something in
say?
the comments. Let me know where you're watching from.
They were just saying hello.
So far,
So it's funny, Brady had mentioned about the stopper being a 1/2 pound or whatever, and it says on here, it's a modern, minimalist, and gorgeous bottle. It looks like the old school luxury, or something like that. I guess it also may mean that they spent a lot of money on packaging to separate themselves from the pack. Sourcing is expensive too, but so is the bottle and the stopper.
I guess that's why the price range on it was kind
So
of.
obviously, like during the bourbon boom, right? Everybody was headed towards that, like it was the gold rush, right? Everybody really wanted to get in there and try to grab the attention of the bourbon boom, right? Whether it was sourcing a label, nice bottle stop, the glass blown, whatever the case may be, you know. everybody was trying to get out in front and brand their name as unique, right? Researchers from Pakistan showed it.
Uh-oh. What's happening? How you doing? Welcome. If you're new to the channel, subscribe.
Yeah,
Check out our videos.
welcome to the channel. Cheers, researcher.
Cheers.
We got 8 people in here watching now. Thank you guys for joining in and
Absolutely.
tuning in and hanging out with us. It's been a couple weeks. You know, life is busy, but we're back. We're trying to get back in the scene.
Yeah, we had to prioritize work-fun balance.
Had some vacations.
Yeah. Did a little bit of hunting while on vacation.
So, researcher, we're drinking bourbon. We're from Kentucky in the States. Kentucky's known for bourbon and everything that is involved with bourbon.
We're in the Mecca.
We're a staple of the United States for bourbon.
Yeah, we're about a radius from 10 miles to about 120 miles from some of the top distilleries. Just to name a few, we got Boone County Distillery about 10 minutes from here. We got New Riff, which is about 20 miles maybe, so about 15 minutes from here. Outside of here, you got Louisville, where you got a lot of the Bardstown stuff. You got Makers, Wild Turkey, Jim Beam. Lexington is about another 60 miles. And right outside of Lexington, you got Frankfort, which you got your Buffalo Trace, your Woodford Reserves,
Castle and Key.
Town branches down in Lexington also, and there's a few more down in Lexington. I'm not sure, is our
RD1,
Yeah, RD1, Uncle
James
Ernest.
Pepper,
Yeah.
Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest.
That's in Tennessee.
So a new one just came out. I gotta get with my buddy. So my buddy Scotty Savage, he just came out with his line of bourbon down in Lexington. And Scotty, if you ever come across this video, I hope you can send us some samples so we can talk about it. I'll try to reach out to you at some point. I know it's been a minute. I know y'all did a lot of stuff with Drew Curtis when he did his bourbon barrel beer with the Hooter Stout back down in Lexington, and that was a pretty cool experience. But what we got Indiana side, and Indiana is about anywhere from an hour to 2 hour drive, depending on what distillery.
Hard Truth, Starlight, MGP.
And everybody knows MGP. MGP is like Godfather of bourbon right now, because a lot of people kind of source through them.
Researcher, you got the Bourbon Jamaican down here, Brady the Great, and Dropping Nukes. That's what our names are.
Emily said she's sitting at home watching. Hi, honey.
Hi, honey. We keep fluctuating between viewers, so if you're still in here, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. You'll probably hear me say that a lot over the next course of the duration of this video. So cheers to you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
So we're trying the Frank August. It's a fresh crack. To our right, your left of the Frank August, we have the lot B's of the Elijah Craig barrel strength. We did a full video on that. It'll drop later on in the week. We just kind of left them up there just so if you got any questions, if you've had them, drop something in the comment section. Let us know which one you've had. I know you got lot A and B, and I think C's drop, or C's about to drop.
Yep, September.
So in September, C's gonna drop. Everybody's raving about the B batch. There's also another thing, the Larceny. A lot of people has been raving about their B batch also. I think I got both A's, but I didn't come across the B. I still see a lot of the A's. Not
Did
a
you
lot
get
of
this
B's.
year's A?
I think I got this year's A and last
sure?
year's
A24?
A. Maybe. I'm not sure.
I stopped buying the Larcenies because I don't drink them as much as the Elijah Craigs. They're hotter. So when you drink the Larcenies, normally you feel that burn like all the way down.
Yeah.
And I can't hardly drink them as much as the Elijah.
Yeah.
I drink the Elijah Craigs a lot more often.
They're coming in hot. And
Which one's yours?
that one right there. Chris is pouring a little bit of
You want some more?
I'm good, thank you.
Mafia
You can grab that 18 if you want.
straight bourbon. Where's the Mafia out of?
Where is it? What, when you hear Mafia, what do you think other than like the Italian mob?
New York.
Right.
So it's out of New York. So is that
So
like?
this is so One Foot Cop did a special release here, and this is for Bill's Mafia. You know, we got these Bengals fans in here. I had to bring them a little Bill Nation. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
Lord. Who
Yeah.
they?
We had to bring a little Bill's Mafia around here. Shout out Bodecker, in case you're watching.
Don't forget to shout out Meg. You talking about Bodega? Shout out Meg. Go
Listen to
Buffalo.
us. You got a little brown on your nose. Man. It ain't your skin color, my
I'm
boy.
taking one for the team. Gotta make sure you remind you. Gotta remind you.
Yeah, so the Bills obviously has jumped on the scene the last couple of years in the NFL. And the bourbon up there in Buffalo has jumped on the bandwagon for One Foot Cock. It's distilled in Buffalo, New York, and they did this special release. My wife, her company is based out of Buffalo, so when she went down there or up there for work, she brought me back she said, and I quote, she brought it in the door and said, "Babe, I brought you a 1 foot cop." And
It's not 12 inches.
I said, "Girl, give me that cock." Nah. It's a cool little play, all right. The label's cool. It's the bills are good, and it's a good tasting bourbon. So like, I was definitely surprised, you know, about how well it tasted. I get a high cigar note on it.
It almost has a Scotch taste to me.
I don't know. I
It's
don't
almost
drink
like a
much
Scotch.
peated shit.
Don't
so.
put that in my head.
Yeah.
I hate Scotch.
I had a really good time with the Mafia before.
Yeah.
We appreciate that, researcher. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in.
Another one out of New York too is that Kings County. So if you're used to the Brooklyn area, you know, you got Kings County Plaza and the whole Kings County area, and they came out with a few bottles. I think Brady has batch 16. I think I got batch 17. And I just came across another batch the other day at the UDF up there by Chris. Before you turn on him, they got a bottle.
I'll start.
Yeah. So I haven't gotten a chance to go back in there and get it, but they have it on their little barrel, so I'm sure it's not super expensive. I think those coming around between
About 100.
Yeah.
Seal Box did a store pick at the beginning of the year, and I got it. It was really good. They just did another one this week. If you're looking for more Kings County, that's just barrel strength. The Seal Box ones though, they double oak them and they're cask strength, and pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I converted my buddy Isaac that helped me get the bar from Chris's garage. I converted him into a Kings County fan.
Yeah.
He loves Kings
Yeah,
County.
it was surprising. Like we were blown away by just the flavor profile, and I think they did a pretty good job. I like the bottle presentation. It's kind of like that old
It's like-
medicine bottle
Yeah.
look, and then which back in the day, I guess bourbon used to be medicine. They used to use bourbon as medicine back in the day. But it's crazy how they keep that rare traditional look.
Oh yeah.
What was that one bourbon? It's in my wallet. 10 High. Is that what it was called?
Oh,
It was delicious. We should be
Yeah, it
getting
was.
a sample, so hopefully you don't watch this video. I can't remember what it was called. But it was phenomenal. And it's
it was
on
10 something. There's Kentucky 10, but it's not them. It's the other one. It's
I
10
want to say it's
something.
10 high, or 10 day.
10 day.
Yeah. And
Yes.
Same blue label as Kentucky 10.
and it's a
It's a
bunch
little
of
lighter
it's a
color.
bunch of doctors that own the bourbon label, right? And their whole ploy and play on things is that they write you a 10-day subscription of bourbon. And
It was really good.
it was really phenomenal, but of course Brady here, he started asking questions and stuff. Come to find out Nashville is the same as what, Green River?
Yeah.
So based off of price points,
My bad.
based off of price points, you're gonna go buy the Green River, but the Green River didn't taste anything like the 10 high. So
Right.
it was weird, like their exact same mash bill and everything like that, but like the 10 day literally shit on the Green River. So it was kind of weird, I guess you should say.
Double the price of Green River, but also twice as good as Green River.
Yeah,
But it's Green River.
right. So how does that make sense? How
Yeah.
do you make sense in the
I
comment
know.
section?
Make it
I
make
don't know.
sense, as
Yeah.
they say, right? Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, because like, why are you paying double the price if it's the same mash bill as the Green River? But it really does taste way better than Green River. So crazy what a label will do to a bottle.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, so my wife and I, we did the technical difficulties. The battery kind of kicked the bucket a little bit. But we were talking about a little bit of different bourbons. Where did we left off? Let's pick up where we left off. I don't want to slide over so that way you can keep it live. Is there any comments to respond to?
No, we're all caught up.
Alright, we're caught up. Sorry about the little technical difficulties. Our camera kicked the bucket on it, so we had to throw it on the charger real quick. But we were talking about New Riff. So New Riff did come out with, like Chris said, a bunch of new stuff. They're 10-year. Do you want to pay that much? I think normally their stuff is coming in at 100 proof.
Most of their limited stuff is like 55 to 80,
Yeah. When this one was how much?
250.
So they kind of jumped up. Boone County kind of did the same thing, which I wasn't happy about because, as you can see in the back, I've collected a bunch of Boone County stuff over the years since they started, and they came out with a 10-year weeded bourbon, and weeded is one of my favorites overall. And when they jumped the price up, it kind of got a little bit ridiculous, and so we had ended up getting, like, they have I still need to go get the chicory. They have like a coffee finish. I had their rum barrel finish. I was on a rum barrel kick between the High West, Prideful Gold, and a couple other ones. Bardstown has a 4 square rum finish, which, man, I can't begin to tell you how delicious that is. Shout out to my buddy Ryan Estes. He was able to bless me, and Ryan, we're gonna come over at one point to do a live and entertain your basement. That is something I'll probably end up doing here in the future. I'm just gonna go crash bars in basements, man. Check out, see what everybody's got. I got a couple of friends that have decent basements. I'm just gonna go check them out and see what their favorites are and what their top shelf is for them. But speaking of Boone County, I think I seen a little snippet. They're coming back with their honey finish.
I meant to send you that the other day. I forgot about that.
Trust me, I've seen it. I followed it closely. So I missed the honey the last time, but this time I won't miss it. My neighbor Brad, his childhood best friend, Danny Caliente. Danny ended up wanting to get a bottle of that honey, but it went by so quick. excited that they are actually bringing it back. I went and asked about it a few weeks ago when I got the rum barrel or rum cask finish, and they're like they have to wait to get the honey barrels and all that good stuff because they also do honey barrel finishes with where you get the bourbon in the barrel and they do the honey, and then they also do like a maple barrel finish where they do like maple syrup, and then they do the maple cask finish where they put it in the barrel for I think what is it, 2 to 6 months. I think it's 6 months maybe.
It's like 4 or 6 months most of their finishes.
So I'm curious. Ooh, kind of like that. So I'm curious to see what this batch of honey is going to be like, and I'm definitely going to get a couple bottles just off the top. Danny, if you subscribe and you see this, you know I'm going to get you a bottle because I know you wanted to get one last time. I remember first time meeting him, he had the stellar lineup. So I had some Boone County, he had some, and we did like I think it was for a birthday party. We just kind of set out and bring out our Boone Counties and just kind of kick back and enjoy some good bourbon and cigars. But we'll definitely have to run that one back.
Yeah, so one thing that sucks is I couldn't tell from that video if they were putting honey in the barrel or if they were putting bourbon in the barrel.
It was honey.
They were putting honey in it?
So they was putting in the honey, but you gotta wait.
So the honey will sit there for what, couple months?
Yeah.
2 months? And then they gotta do the bourbon for another 6. I mean, it'll be a year until you see that bottle.
I don't know. I'd probably be like Christmas time.
Streets on Lock says that we drink too much.
Thanks, Streets on Lock. We haven't drunk everything that's on here.
Thank you for hanging out with us at least
Appreciate
and watching
it.
us drink.
Yes, subscribe.
Thank you. Subscribe, Streets. What are we drinking next?
Parker?
Damn, who got into the stay?
I did.
You motherfucker.
The next will be for the 40th.
When's that?
We're going to when we go to
In
Keenan.
October.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So both
You mean
cigars-
that's when we finish the bottle?
That's when we finish the bottle. I
Megan told me I wasn't allowed to drink bourbon during that event.
Oh Lord. I was about to say I'm about to bring like a special bottle. I
That's
might bring
it?
a bottle of Blanton's or something. I would like to find
I
it.
thought you said a special bottle.
That is, I'm talking about Blanton's straight from the barrel. Like I'm pretty.
You got it?
No, Brady got like 5 bottles.
He's telling me to bring mine.
But
I can bring the straight from the barrel.
we'll see. I'm sure I'll find something else special.
He's even got that Parker's pushed all the way to the back, Chris.
Hey, I'm still
Out of sight, out of mind.
I'm trying to figure out how that purple top Willet got down to this bottom shelf. I'm still.
It's asking to be open.
Honestly, at this point, I would probably open it because that's the 7 year or 9 year.
7.
Yeah,
Where's the
Ain't
not
worth
free
that
12 at?
not pretty
Or
close.
not, nah.
The Weller?
Weller 12.
We finished
You
it.
crushed it. Y'all crushed it.
We did?
Yeah.
Memorial Day.
I think the bottle's still up there.
We don't remember.
That video went into archive. But the funny thing, YouTube made you see the highlight that it did, but it just did like a minute highlight of it. But I think I should be able to doctor
There's a Red Weller down there, Chris.
I don't know. I only got one bottle left. I got one bottle of 107 left. So.
I got 2 bottles open at the house.
A 107?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I haven't opened up my store pick yet.
I haven't either. I need to.
Was that from
You
patio
know, you
board?
open yours before I open mine so I can see if it's worth opening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bought a 107. I think we need to go to like Ohio. Ohio normally has.
You
they
got
always
2
do-
bottles or 107?
Well, one up there and one down there, but that one is like the tape top, and that one's the cork.
One's a
top.
cork, one's a twist.
Yeah.
If y'all, if we get the opportunity to get the new E.H. Taylor, we'll be putting it up against this prideful goat.
What's E.H. Taylor?
They just came out with a barrel proof rye. Never done before.
What?
This is the
Just
closest
came out.
to it. It's a cash drink, so
That's the
Right,
rum
we'll go.
finish, though.
that'll be alright.
It's a prideful goat.
I heard you in here talking about rum finish, and it made me want to drink something rum.
that DH Taylor barrel proof rye is gonna be expensive.
Have you tried the Boone County rum finish?
Yeah, we drank it here. We did a.
Yeah, we did the rum finish segment. But the Boone County is good, but the High West, and they're all good.
We were at the Party Source this weekend. They have a High West pick.
Yeah.
So that's the only High West I ever had is that rum finish.
Yeah.
I haven't drank Evan Williams since the Derby.
Yeah. Oh, you crushed that whole bottle at the Derby.
Yeah.
So my dad and I got a $1 sample of the High West pick. I really wasn't a fan. That
Yeah.
rum finish is a lot better.
Yeah.
Than the pick though, it was like a bourbon and rye blended was the pick.
Yeah.
And it was really spicy and it wasn't really sweet at all.
Yeah, they have a couple finishes that I think it's pretty good. But High West is hit or miss for me. But the rum finish is pretty good. Do we have anybody we need to respond to?
Nah, nobody really commenting and showing love right now. We got a few viewers in here, but people are responding to my poll that I put up.
Where we at on the poll?
We only got 4 votes, but 75% of those 4 votes would say they would drink Elijah Craig.
Ah,
So thank you for the interaction for the poll.
appreciate it.
Any kind of movement in regards to liking, subscribing, commenting, all those things build up the algorithm for YouTube. So they're all free, guys. Like, appreciate y'all coming in, watching, and all that good stuff. But the best way to help support the channel is to either comment, like, or share.
And
So
subscribe. If you're
And
new to the
subscribe.
channel, subscribe.
absolutely. So
I'm kind of digging this Knob Creek 18. Like, it was like
you put your glass.
Yeah, I poured some, but it's like boatloads of it came out when it did come out, and I keep passing them. I have the 12 that I haven't opened, and I've heard good things about the 12, but the 18 was kind of like hit or miss.
I paid $180 for my Knob Creek, so it was a little bit over, but
It's SRP. That's what I paid for my first one.
Brady, we've seen it, from where it didn't sell as low as $150.
It's
So-
good. I like it. It's a lot better in my opinion than the Elijah Craig 18.
Yeah, it has a great like a
That
tomato
Elijah
finish.
Craig 18 was hyped.
Yeah,
We
It
could-
was hyped up.
That's another one we could bond. We could do the Knob versus the Elijah. One I was looking for, they did a Knob Creek 15, and I was looking to do a video of the 9, 12, 15, 18. But the 15s are going for a lot online because it
those are
was,
the one that came in that little wooden box. I've seen it.
The 18 came in a wooden box too.
Yeah,
yeah.
some of them.
The
did,
first
some
year,
of them-
the second
yeah.
year didn't.
Yeah,
I thought they were only going to do 2 years because they only did 2 years of the 15.
Yeah.
But I read a few weeks ago they're supposed to do the 18 again this year.
that kind of sucks. Is like even with the Angels Envy, like I got the 10-year anniversary and I got the Cellar Age, but after that, the last 2 after that, they didn't do like the box with the
Right.
little card and all that stuff. Which to me,
Appreciate you guys voting on the poll.
I'm not gonna not get the box. Like for me, like the box is pretty cool. It's almost like a little safety chest almost. So I kind of was excited when I got it, but I think that's
It's like a little knick-knack,
yeah.
basically. You know what I mean?
Once you finish it, you can start throwing all your little extra cash and stuff, turn it into a little piggyback or something.
But when you don't open the bottle, you can't do that.
That's true. That's awesome. But eventually, I think as time goes by, stuff will start getting opening. Once we start growing,
We've been hearing
anybody's
that for
out
the
there,
last year.
we get some. I think
Make your nipples hard.
so. Listen, so the goal is if we can try to hit at least 1,000 by the end of the year. If we hit 1,000 free subscription, and we can get an opportunity to monetize and get some support from our supporters, and then we can be able to open a lot more stuff. Because you got to think, I've been doing this since 2008, 2009. Brady's been doing it for some time also. Chris has been doing for some time. So a lot of the stuff you see back here is not stuff that just came out. This is stuff that's been out for some time, and you got to think standing in line and chasing and going back and forth, wheeling and dealing, trying to get that special bottle. For some people, they just see it as just like people drinking or bourbon. Like everybody has a hobby. For us, this is kind of like, a lot of people always joke because I'm a huge geek with the Pokemon. It's like trying to find that rare Pokemon. I always joke about that. And a lot of the times, we do find rarity and we do find some unique stuff. But a lot of the times, we also enjoy the everyday shelfers, and those are just as exceptional as your rare hard to find. So not all the time we kind of blow through a bunch of different stuff.
Y'all cooking chicken?
I don't know. I think my wife might be cooking a sirloin. She bought a
Smell
sirloin.
like chicken, bro.
It's sirloin and asparagus for dinner tonight.
Smell like chicken. We're eating New York strips at the crib tonight.
I'm surprised she hasn't yelled downstairs yet, but I kind of bit the bullet today and picked the baby up from daycare early. Normally that would have been like, you gotta go pick up the baby from daycare.
Hey, look, guys, we only need 70 more people to subscribe to get us to that 700 milestone. So if you could tell a friend to tell a friend about us, we appreciate it.
And share all our videos. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Go through and click through and see a bunch of our videos that we've posted over the past year and a half. We've done a lot of different stuff. We've done a couple tours of distilleries. Chris and I have done the Buffalo Trace a couple times, and as a group, we've done the New Riff, and I think we're trying to start a tradition. Chris is big on Derby, as myself, and I think we've come to the point where we're going to try to select a different distillery each year to do the Friday before the Derby, and it was a wonderful experience overall, and I think we enjoyed the day as we went. We ended up getting lucky. The bourbon gods blessed us that day because we ended up finding
The
the Hancock Special Reserve out of Buffalo Trace, which was non-existent for I don't know how long. Like prior to us finding it this year, anywhere that I've seen it, it's been over like $400, and being able to buy it for what is it, $54, $45.
Yeah, it was like 50.
It was like mind blowing, and yeah, it's 80 proof. It's not high proof, but it's just the rarity of it.
It's cool to have on your shelf and
Yeah.
open it up for a special occasion or your buddies or celebrate something, something unique out of Buffalo Trace, because everybody out of Buffalo Trace has everything out of Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, we do got a couple Buffalo Trace stuff.
So it was just obviously the Derby every year is a fun event. It's a long day.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't quite pace myself in the last Derby.
yeah, I think
But it was better than most years.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
this year was pretty mild. It wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't. I only drank
A bottle of Evan Williams.
a bottle of
Single barrel.
Evan Williams single barrel. So, oh, we got a Who Dat on here. Who Dat? You from New Orleans?
Who Dat?
Where you from, Who Dat?
It's Who Dat Nation. Over
Nah,
here.
calm down. We just got a free sub.
Who dat is
Appreciate it.
Saints.
The Saints, but I'm saying we're Who Dat. Well, I'm a Colts fan. My wife is trying to convert me to a Bengals fan. It's probably 10 minutes up the road to Bengals Stadium, so we do go to a lot of Bengals games. Chris and I, what was it, last year or 2 years ago, was a rare experience with the number 3 guy from Buffalo. I think
Lamar Hamlin. That's the only experience in the NFL. That's something like that magnitude has happened, which is crazy, right? Because being at the game and being a part of the tailgate experience, and then going into the game and being a part of the stadium, vibe and energy and everything that was going on. That game was going to be a shootout, and it was for the number one seed in the AFC. And it's unfortunate, unforeseen circumstances led to that game being canceled. And I'm telling you guys, like when I tell you, I've been to many of football games now, and many college, high school, NFL, whatever the case may be. There's no better vibe than a college vibe, right? Like college football experience is one in itself, but the vibe of that Bengals and Bills Sunday night football game was unreal. Like the energy was high, everything was great. It was going to be a shootout, and honestly, there's some analysts out there that calls that the game of the century. I don't know if I would quite call it that, but I can tell you from firsthand experience, the energy was there. And I saw a lot of during that event. I saw a lot of idiotic people as well too, though.
Yeah.
I saw people stretched out from the stands. I saw a lot of people have a lot of ignorant thoughts on this situation. I saw a lot of people get punched in the face.
A lot of emotions.
And a lot of those people that got punched in the face was rightfully so. Like literally, I remember in the moment, I called my wife back home. She wasn't watching the game or nothing at the time, but I called her back home, and I remember vividly saying to her, like, yo, just watch somebody die, like right in front of my face, because everybody, all the fans at the game that night was zoomed in, on their phones. Everybody was like this, but everybody was zoomed in. And I just remember first responders, I literally could see them giving CPR in that situation. And it was a wild experience. It's a game that's going to be remembered for the entirety of the NFL. And it, not
Seeing
that it's
bounce
cool.
back and touch the field, that's a
Not that
blessing.
it's cool, like obviously it's unique that we were there, right?
Yeah.
But the feel good story is like he did come back, he trained, he got back on the field, and what's crazy is Brian James went through the same thing, in his collegiate career, and
Now he's in the NBA.
now he's in the NBA, right? So for you returning viewers, obviously y'all know I'm a Niners fan. We're the best team in the NFL.
Oh,
These boys don't know nothing about that.
I'm a little bit parched. Let me take a sip.
They don't know nothing about being the best team in the NFL. That's all I gotta say.
I'm just curious to see what my Colts are going to do, but at the same time, I feel like the Bengals are going to surprise a lot of people this year.
Listen to it, man.
Hell yeah.
Y'all hear the dialogue being set up right now? Look, when we come at y'all live, let's see, it's July. So when we come at y'all live 14 weeks from now, y'all gonna be like, damn, where's that same energy at?
It's going to be the same energy all
The
day.
Bengals got one of the weakest schedules of the NFL.
They're talking about the Patriots now.
Now, the Bengals have a weak ass schedule. They have a weak ass schedule.
Alright.
The NFL wants to see Joe Burrow do his thing, and they gave him a weak ass schedule after that pathetic season last
It doesn't
year.
matter if they got a weak schedule, they still got to earn it in the playoffs.
They got to win a playoff game. You're right.
Yeah.
They got to win a playoff game
They
regardless of
made it to the
their
Super
schedule.
Bowl once, they're going to do it again.
Yeah.
In your lifetime, it won't be this year.
We gotta
Be a
think Brady's
lifetime,
still
man.
young. Brady's still young, so he might see it. I don't know about us. Brady's still young.
Joe
Okay,
Burrow,
that-
Joe Burrow going to bring the first Super Bowl to Cincinnati.
That'd be huge, Joe. I think he can do it. They just need to pay Jamar Chase. Not Chase, they need to pay T. Higgins.
Jamar,
Pay T. Higgins. Come
Joe
on.
Burrow. Keep thinking with your little head, my boy.
Pay T. Higgins. And you know, that new guy, the young rookie that pretty much took over Brown, I think he's gonna be a stud.
At the end of the day, be on the lookout about 6 weeks from now, right before preseason. Brandon Ayuk signs with the Niners.
I don't know.
Don't be too alarmed.
Who just left the Colts and signed with the Bengals?
Don't be too alarmed.
Is it Hines or Haynes or something?
If you see Debo Samuel get
What,
traded,
Raheem Hines?
Yeah, he just signed with the Bengals.
Did he?
Yeah,
You sure?
I'm positive.
anybody coming from the Colts isn't adding value to a
Yeah,
championship
he is.
team.
He was freaking putting up numbers. You had him on your fantasy team, or somebody
Who?
had him on their fantasy
He
team.
signed with Cleveland.
What?
Raheem Hines went to Cleveland.
I thought he went to the Bengals.
He's just a backup running back, bro.
He's a
Who's
stud, bro.
he running behind in Cleveland?
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Exactly. What the fuck is he gonna do in Cleveland?
I don't know.
Nothing. Just like he didn't do
I thought he
nothing
went to
in
the
fucking
Bengals.
Colts.
Yeah, he
He
stepped
filled
up
in.
on-
He filled in when your boy
When
went
Taylor
down.
got hurt.
Yeah, he had a decent season. Super Bowl's in New Orleans this year.
Nola.
I've never been to New Orleans.
I might make a trip this year.
If the 49ers make it to the Super Bowl, me and Megan's already talked about it.
If the Bengals make it,
We don't have it.
There you go.
We don't have it as good. We don't have it as good as we did in Vegas for the Super Bowl, but we'll make it work.
New Orleans.
No.
old Purdy gonna bring him back. Purdy got the experience now, so I think he'll be good. I love the Niners also, like just the team in general. I had Debo and all my fantasy teams, so I had
Trade Debo.
Don't do it. He's your all-around player.
Nah, trade Debo, keep out. Let's go, John Lynch. Make that decision. New Orleans would be cool to go to for the Super Bowl, though. Based off my experience in Vegas, if I have the means and the opportunity and the chance that the Niners are in the Super Bowl this year, it's gonna be a hard decision not to go to New Orleans. Honestly.
So I also want to, before we wrap it up, want to give a big shout out to RJ the Fed. If you're new to the channel, go check him out. Agent Zero, go check him out. Agent Zero, I know we were supposed to cross paths at the Derby, but reception was so terrible we couldn't catch up with you. Dropping nukes and I was trying to touch base.
By the time I got your message, I was too drunk to meet you.
But shout out to them, man. Shout out to is it Whiskey Reaper? Big shout out. Continue to do what you're doing, man. I'm a chef. I'm a chef by night, bourbon drinker by day. But I enjoy seeing what you're doing on the grill and what you do. But hope you all enjoy this quick little visit from us. It's been a while since we've all gotten together. We've all had work and family and stuff to do outside of the bourbon world, but as it's getting weather changing, it's gonna get cooler. We'll have all kind of different atmosphere.
Dropping
different
Nukes
settings.
Fires is back, baby.
Yeah, we gonna have them footballs, Sunday night footballs, Thursday night footballs. You know, we're gonna be ready. So stay tuned. We got the Olympics coming up, and also in a couple years we're gonna have the World Cup. I'm a huge soccer fan. Shout out FC Cincinnati. Shout out my buddy Get Sharp, Andre Sharp. Just stay tuned. I hope y'all enjoy the video. Come back and visit us again. Go check out our videos. You got Dropping Nukes, Brady the Great, and yours truly. Peace out. Thanks for watching, and look out for this lineup right here of the Elijah Craig.